My name is Nathan Kleiber, and welcome back to the Unbearable Podcast. And today is the post-game reactions to the Bears game. Bears against the Falcons. Bears lose 24-27 to a Falcons team that, they didn't do anything spectacular. It was more of our defense not playing the best and our offense. It's hard to say because our defense, if you look at it, we had a punt in the first quarter, a punt in the second quarter, a fumble, and then I don't know. It's hard to say because our defense is showing improvement from the last two games. We got a fumble recovery, so that was good. We forced them to punt, three times, and we forced a field goal, but this Falcons offense isn't that good where we should have them punt a little bit more, but it's hard to say whether this was on our offense or our defense, because I don't know, because based on how our offense has been playing, if they played like this last game, if our defense played like this last game, we would have won. If they played like this against the Dolphins, we would have won. But it's just unfortunately not how it was this game. I guess you could say our offense should have played better, but they've been playing their ass off 3 weeks in a row. You can only expect so much, and even this is improvement from what we saw at the beginning of the year. So, I don't know. This is kind of what you see from a rebuilding team. There are games that we should have won, but I think overall the loss isn't that bad. It gives us a better draft position, and the reason it doesn't it's not as bad as other games is because we kind of know where we are right now. We're not making the playoffs, especially now with 8 losses. And, all the games are basically just to see where we're going to draft. So, it's really just to see how the offense is, which our offense has been playing good. And we know our defense isn't going to play the best because we're going to try. Hopefully what I think we're going to do is try and load up on defensive talent through free agency, and then I think our wide receiver core is good with N'Keal Harry, Darnell Mooney, and Chase Claypool, where we could grow it, and then we can draft offensive linemen in the draft. But we'll see how it goes. Justin Fields went 14 for 21 with 153 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The interception, obviously, on the last drive. I don't know. Rushing, Justin Fields had 18 carries for 85 yards, 1 touchdown, an average of 4.7 yards. And we saw he looked banged up at the end of the game, which is what a lot of Bears fans have been worried about, because if you run Justin Fields this much, that's what's going to happen. So that was unfortunate to see, because it was all of our worst nightmares coming true. We need to pass the ball more with Justin Fields and not, relying on him to rush the ball every single game. And then David Montgomery, 17 carries for 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 3.9 yards a carry. He played good. David Montgomery, obviously a power back. He played good. He also had 3 receptions for 54 yards and 4 total targets. Cole Kmet had an amazing one-handed catch, had 3 catches for 35 yards and 4 targets. Darnell Mooney with 4 receiving catches, 29 yards, and 1 touchdown, which is very nice to see. He had 5 targets. Equinemius St. Brown played better, had 2 receptions and 24 yards on 2 targets. And Chase Claypool, he hasn't really been the main. The way that I kind of see it is Chase Claypool right now has kind of been there so that Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet can shine, which is obviously a very good thing. So Chase Claypool is kind of the unsung hero. He might not get all the stats, but he's still like showing up. He had 2 receptions for 11 yards and 3 targets. On defense, we had 0 sacks, had 1 tackle for loss, and that was by Nicholas Morrow, which is disappointing to see our defense not play, very good because, Chicago Bears fans are very much used to seeing the Chicago Bears defense playing good, which we have not seen. After we traded their 2 best players away, Roquan Smith and I forgot the other person's name. After we traded our 2 main defensive players away, we all knew that our defense wasn't going to be very good. Cairo Santos went 1 for 2 in field goals, 3 for 3 in extra points, and overall, my thoughts on the game. It's just you can't really judge the team because obviously we're rebuilding, we're selling out for next year. This year, it's going to be disappointing to see all these games. I said in the pregame that this is a game we could win, but if we lose, it is what it is. It just helps our draft position. So I think that's going to be my attitude for the rest of the season. It'd be nice if the only game I really, really care about is the Packers game. That game, if we lose, I'll genuinely be upset. But the rest of them, if we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. Kind of just waiting for next year because this year, unfortunate, but we all knew what we were getting ourselves into. But that's all from me, Nathan Kleiber, from the post-game show on the Unbearable podcast. And don't forget to bear down.